do that. Additionally, I think there is some evidence or belief that this is a great question because it does follow the logic that we don't want to be bracing anything for long periods of time because then your body does not learn to create that support on its own. It's a little bit different when we're talking about the pelvic floor and we're talking about prolapse because it does allow us to continue to do activities that we may not be able to do without some added support. Also, that we want to decrease downward pressure, and that's a way that can help provide that support if we are still continuing to learn that technique. So if you are early on and you're trying to get back and you're trying to practice these things, we'd love for you to have that support while you try to do that. Additionally, I think there is some evidence or belief that wearing a pessary while you are completing pelvic floor strengthening can actually be advantageous to helping you put those organs in a more optimal position to create strengthening. So there's really not a downside. Lots of really good poop questions along this line and sphincters and leakage and staining, which is like continual wiping. And constipation is a very sneaky thing. If you are constipated, sometimes you don't even know. And what happens over time is that the stool is sitting longer in the colon and the rectum stretches out. And when the rectum stretches out holding that, yes, we get backed up. The new stuff can come in and that can sneak out around the hardened stool. But additionally, we don't get the message sent about needing to go to the bathroom because our rectum has become stretched out. And so restoring that and trying to get the rectum back to that size by training our bowel habits is really important. And it thinks about things like dietary influence and fiber. Normalizing stool consistency through diet, water, and fiber. You don't want to be too watery and runny, and you don't want to be too hard. As well as opposite of bladder stuff that we talk about, you want to encourage sitting on the toilet more because essentially the rectum can get stretched out and then it doesn't send us the message that we need to go, which is how the backup starts to happen. And so after a meal, if you can sit on the toilet, with good bowel habits, feet elevated, relaxed, breathing, those sorts of things, and see if you can encourage a bowel movement to happen with the natural messages that are being sent through your nervous system with digestion and everything, that if you can start to go more frequently to allow that rectum to clear and then work towards coming back to its not stretched out size, which can take time. And so it's a very purposeful, conscious